Hidden deep within the quiet marshes of Johto, where sluggish waters gently cradle the reeds and rushes, exists a small creature whose very instincts inspire awe even in the wild. There are places where life seems like nothing more than a game. There are jaws that should belong only to ancient beasts. And yet, at the precise intersection of these two impossibilities, one being has dared to defy every natural law. Prepare yourself, because we are about to meet Totodile, the mischievous water hatchling. But its journey is far more than a simple tale of playful mischief, turning into monstrous power. When Feraligatr reaches full maturity and claims dominion over the Johto marshes, it carries not just personal strength, it shapes an entire vibrant ecosystem. Clinging to its deep green scales and battle-scarred hide are communities of salt-tolerant symbiotic bacteria, ancient as the river itself. With every powerful lunge through the murky currents, these microorganisms are swept up in the whirl of its jaws and dispersed far and wide. They settle like fertile silt, nourishing dense reed beds and drawing schools of small fish. The abundant prey that sustains the next generation of Totodile. Through this mechanism, Feraligatr populations maintain the fragile balance of Johto, transforming a deadly swamp into a cradle of life, even though their primary habitat remains confined to the most ferocious winding rivers of the region. On full moon nights, when solitary Feraligatr gather, their deep, rumbling roars echo like distant thunder, audible from villages miles away. Pokémon researchers have documented strange phenomena. Localized river levels rise several centimeters for hours whenever a large group performs its territorial ritual. This is no mere hydrological coincidence. It is vivid proof that this creature has fused biology with the geological power of the river itself. In the legends of the river tribes of Johto, Feraligatr is more than the river Fang. It is the embodiment of the water god sealed beneath the mud, finally rising to protect the flow. They believe that each time a Feraligatr roars across a village at dawn, it carries a prophecy. The coming flood will bring rich alluvial soil for a bountiful harvest, or a devastating drought looms if its roar sounds unusually weak. Yet even such dominant beings as Feraligatr have a fatal vulnerability, the terror of bone-chilling cold. If dragged into shallow winter waters or kept too long away from warm currents, its protective fat layer freezes, its jaws tremble, and the body slips into a permanent state of aquatic hibernation, a suffocating, paradoxically freezing death for a creature born of water. For this reason, they rarely stray beyond the tropical marsh rim. They are willing prisoners of the river that forged them. Totodile, Croconaw, and Feraligatr are more than mere Pokémon. They are proof that life can choose a ferocious path, not fleeing predatory instinct, but transforming it into legacy. In a world full of peace and light, they remind us that somewhere in the wild marshes of Johto, jaws still exist that can play, fight, die, and know how to become lords of their own domain. In the quiet marshes of Johto, a small, energetic water-type Pokémon begins its journey. This is Totodile, playful, curious, and armed with a surprisingly strong bite. Though mischievous by nature, its instincts reveal the creature it will one day become. Totodile starts life full of raw energy. Its jaws, though tiny, are already capable of delivering an unexpectedly powerful bite. Researchers studying the species often note its curious temperament. Totodile will bite anything, stones, leaves, even its own trainer, not out of aggression, but out of instinct. This early behavior hints at what it will eventually become. As Totodile matures, its body begins to stretch. Muscles tighten beneath its blue scales. The once round, childlike features sharpen, and its steps grow heavier. This transformation marks the arrival of its next stage, Croconaw. Croconaw is a very different creature. No longer just playful, it becomes cautious, measuring its movements and conserving its strength. The yellow markings across its belly resemble ancient warrior paint, a clue to the evolutionary pressures its species once faced. Croconaw's jaws grow in proportion, now able to deliver a crushing force used to secure prey and defend territory. When Croconaw reaches full maturity, a surge of strength sweeps across its body. Scales thicken, muscles broaden, and its once rounded frame elongates into something far more formidable. With a deep, rumbling call that echoes across the riverbanks, Croconaw evolves into feraligator. As a full-grown feraligator, it becomes the apex predator of its habitat. Massive jaws capable of crushing boulders snap shut with incredible force. Despite its size, feraligator moves with surprising speed. When it charges, it drops to all fours, using sheer momentum to dominate both land and water. Yet, despite its intimidating presence, feraligator maintains the spark of the Totodile it once was, a spirit defined by energy, resilience, and a fierce will to survive. The evolution of Totodile is not just a change in shape, but a journey of instinct and adaptation. From a playful hatchling to a strategic hunter to a towering guardian of the waterways, each stage reflects the challenges of the world it inhabits. And so, in the wild corners of Johto, the cycle continues. Another Totodile splashes into the reeds, ready to begin the same ancient path carved by generations before it.